question, right? So if we all come together, in each town have their own local committees. We all meet, we galvanize, we support one another. But at the end of the day, on a certain day next year, we all meet at all roads lead to Trenton, the Capitol. We ain't asking, we demanding that you make the public health as an issue here, our safety here in our community. We ain't asking, we demanding. We got to put that on a big stage, man, because nobody's doing that. Once we put that on the big stage with action points, and we got to have an action plan. We're just not going in there because all of us are probably good orators. Everybody probably can speak very well, especially my pastors. You know, I know some pastors. You know, my beautiful pastors speak very. But my vision is this: the churches, man. That's important. Have the Muslims, have the Eastern Stars, have the Masons, the NAACP, every organization, man. 20, 30, 40,000 people plus down the Trenton.
And the Crips and the Bloods.
And the Crips and the Bloods, because they're going to be in heaven too. Now, what? Huh? I'm just trying to get you to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right? It's going to be a nice, well-planned, organized program, and everybody, and those families that have been affected, that lost their children, they got to speak. Everybody, you know, everybody can't speak, but I think each organization should have a representative, and we put a beautiful plan together. It's going to take months. But if we all come together and remove our personalities and our titles and put them to the side and know that we're here for a common cause, and our common cause saving our people, man, and creating better, you know, lives for them.
I have something to say.
Yes, sir.
You said the common cause is saving our people.
Right.
But what's the solution? You march down the street with coffins.
No, sir, that ain't what I'm saying, sir.
But what I'm saying, education to me is one of the things that's missing. I think we should get to the schools.
Well, you got Principal Cavalli. I don't know if you know him.
No.
Yeah.
You know, Brother Cavalli, he's on the advisory board. So you got educators on there. I would just mention, out there 25 people, we got 4 educators. But that's just the initial meet and greet. I understand what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. I've been preaching on corners. I've been doing that. But we preaching to the choir. You got to take that.
So you want to go to Trenton. This is just one. I just want to kind of stick to what the mission is.
Right.
The thing is organizing people, organizations, and you're saying put your titles aside. When I tell you my title is who I am, you know what I'm saying? I am a leader, an organization leader. I'm a movement leader. Stop the violence and all of that stuff. I don't even sleep at night behind my title and what I know. When I get ready to say I'm tired, I'm like, remember your title. So don't say that, because that's the only thing that keeps me out here in the forefront, not making a dime. But I just
I don't think he meant it in that sense.
Okay,
I think what he meant is that whenever we sitting down at this table,
You know
we
why?
have to come to the table
We
just
won.
all on one level plane and to
One
say,
voice.
okay, listen, here is the situation, here is the
a
situation,
restaurant owner or something
and
different.
now we have to identify how to handle this problem.
Okay,
You know,
so you want
the
us
brother
to
over
go-
here, the brother over here mentioned education. That's very important, but there are a number of components that actually have to come together in order to make this thing work.
Yes, sir.
Now, I also belong to the Brothers Organization, and we meet every Sunday, actually at my lodge. And we talked about the Bury the Beef, which was started by Brother Rajan, and I offered my building capacity, probably 500 there, every once a month, where we're going to bring in those gang members. I mean, they were there, boys from the street, young men from the street, and we're going to continue to bring them in, you know, to bury the beef, to find out what the issues are, but at the same time, we're going to continue to build on giving them resources, you know, because we realize that most of them don't have jobs. You know, I know Brother Akbar has started the program where he's returning those who've been in prison back to society. Yeah, humble beginnings. So it's like a restart or re-entry program after you. That's another key component.
Our power that we do every Wednesday, that we have all of the young adults.
Yeah, what you guys spoke about, that, you know, that's also, but one of the things that we touched on yesterday, one of our members, Brother Alladay, mentioned that he used to do GED training. All right, now, Paterson does not have an adult education other than the one on Ellison Street, and most of those are kids that go there. So anyone who's say 25 or 35 who's looking to maybe get their GED, and there's a lot of them out there, there's no opportunities for them because, you know, them going down there is probably not an option.
And the test
So,
is changing.
right. So one of the things that I heard brother here say about going down to Trent. Now, as long as we have people who don't look like us down there, ain't nothing gonna work for us. All right? Unless you go to the polls and you get them out. And what we touched on yesterday is we have to make our own way. You know, if we have to pay a brother to teach these kids what it is that they need in order to get their GED, then we have to do it. We have to be self-sufficient. We have to stop depending on other folk to do what we can do for ourselves as a people. Because when you start talking about Masons and Eastern Stars and Alphas and Qs and the pastors and all of these entities, they come together and say, you know what? I got $5. I got $5. And when you start adding that up, now you build a nice vehicle and you say, okay, well, this is how we're going to structure this thing. And this is how we're going to put the money in. And this is how the money is going to be allocated. And we're going to do what we got to do for ourselves and not be dependent on somebody else to do it for us. Now, when we get to that point, now we're cooking with grease. But if we...
Good teaching,
I'm just saying, I mean, we can do for ourselves. We don't need nobody to do anything for us, but we have to do it for ourselves. And we have to be passionate about it. Because you're right, in a couple of years from now, we're going to be Chicago, or we're going to be Detroit, if we don't nip this in the bud right now. So that's why, you know, I offered to build, and I told them, listen, I'm the worship master till June. So you have this building every month up until June. And when I'm gone, I probably got some influence. I'm saying we're going to continue this thing, you know, and we're going to keep building up. We're going to bring resources in, you know, but we're going to do it. I'm not looking to go down to Trenton. I mean, we can do that. We can do that, but we can do all we need to do ourselves.
No, I said collectively, though. You just missed that point, see?
I heard you.
Collectively.
I heard you.
United as one. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Right. Still we can do that. United as one. I'm saying, when you united as one and you put your money where your mouth is,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even got a job, but I'll put some money on the table.
When we do unite as one, all of the individual efforts still work because it wasn't one thing that made us like this.
Right.
It was a whole bunch of things. Some people say it's rap, some people say it's education, some people, it's all of them. It was a whole formula. So we have to make a formula that's going to reverse it. You know, it's not just, well, he says education, and he says this, and he says that. Everybody still has to do what they're doing. Because with everybody doing that thing, and then coming together as one, now they see everybody unified, and they see that, okay, they're unified, why can't we unify? See, that's the biggest key was always to me, when they see the people that are educated and the people that have jobs barking at each other, don't want to work with each other, everybody's ego involved, they say, what the hell am I listening to him for? If he can't get along with this guy and they both got nice houses and this, that, and the other, why am I going to listen to him? I might listen to this one man, but I'm not, together they can't do anything. So that's the whole key. Like this, just like I said, this Newark and Paterson thing is a big thing because I've been saying this for a while because I'm from Paterson, but I lived in Essex County for so long, and I see the gang transition of now that people are going to jail in Essex County. It's a thing where even the suburbs now have Newark people, Paterson people. Once they go on the run, they run out there, start recruiting out there. But we're not doing it. We're sitting here saying, well, this is my little town, so I'm going to do my thing over here, and I know such and such, and I ain't bothering with them, I'm going to do my thing here. We have to come together as a state, then the next state, and the next state, because Chicago is no different than this. They're getting killed, we're getting killed.
But not cutting you off, we already doing it. We started our first night, and it was over about 300 and some people. It was at the Masonic, and that's what he's talking about. It's being done right now. And when I tell you that was strong, and it had an impact on them young men that came. So I think that to reinvent the wheel, so to say, I think really just adding to that, you know what I'm saying? Because some of those people that were there are people that really have that passion. Like you're saying, they've already put titles assigned, or whatever, you know, they're really now waiting to take the next step, and like you said, looking for resources now. Education, definitely, and empowerment groups, yes, and you know, I was just wondering what you wanted to do. And you got as far as saying trend, and I think everybody started talking. Were you trying to come in here with maybe the piece that you do, or maybe saying that we might need to use that same piece that you guys do in Newark with the morticians and the pastors? Because it sounds pretty good. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, because I was trying to figure out, are you here to mobilize and organize a committee that I think these brothers already did?
There's a couple of things going on. There's a couple of things.
That's why I'm just wondering
But I
what
wanted,
the meeting
this
was
young
about.
lady was over here wanting to say something. I wanted to
Yeah.